concentration is better, and therefore you practice more effectively. In this video, I'm going to run through my top suggestions for practical actions you can take that will make your practice session more efficient. And make sure you stick around until the end, because once I've gone through those practical actions you can take, I'll also go over how to structure your practice time for the most efficient progress. And while you're watching, make sure to like, share and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. And the first way to make your practice more efficient is to have the topics you're going to work on planned out in advance, so that you don't waste time at the start of the practice session figuring out, well, what am I going to work on? It seems really obvious, but I've sometimes fallen into that trap a lot, and many others do it as well. Can you just do that little bit of organisation in advance, have the topics planned out, and get straight into it? And an extra bonus to this is that it makes it much more likely that you're actually going to practice in the first place. If you've ever struggled with procrastination, thinking, well, I probably should do some practice, and then just keeping on managing to put it off, a lot of that is resistance to the extra work of trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Not going into something that's uncertain is much less appealing to us than getting into something we know what we're doing. So interestingly enough, it seems like a small change, but just that situation of having a really clear idea, this is what I'm going to practice in the session. A, makes it easier to get started. B, there's that commitment. We kind of said, here's what I'm going to practice. That's a little commitment to ourselves. We don't want to let it down. So not only is that going to let you use the time in your practice session more effectively, but it means that actually you're much more likely to actually have that practice session in the first place. And the second way to make your practice sessions more efficient is plan out those topics again. But what I mean here is really plan them out. Not just have an idea, oh, I'm going to practice scale. Maybe even, oh, I'm going to practice this particular scale. But what exactly does that mean? How many times are you going to run up and down that scale? Are you going to do that all just linearly, straight up, straight down? Are you going to move through it in thirds? How many different keys are you going to do it in? What are you going to focus on while doing it? Is it about getting it technically correct? Is it about tone you're getting? Is it about changing dynamics? So many different things that you could be doing. And the more specific you are in advance on knowing exactly what it means to practice this topic, the more efficient your practice time is going to be. Again, it's not just less time spent working out, oh, how many times do I need to play the scale? What am I thinking when I'm doing it? But it's also, these are the things that matter to you. You're doing them with purpose, and you're getting really good results. And the third thing to make your practice sessions more efficient, again, it sounds really simple, but see whether you're doing it or not, you'd be amazed how many musicians aren't. But this is to have everything that you're going to need for the practice session easily to hand. So that means having a music stand out if you need it. It means having the music you might want to work from or any other material. It means having your instrument easily available. And specifically, how easy can you make it for you to just pick it up and start playing as quickly as possible? Again, amazing what a difference this makes. For me, I have my guitar out on the stand, so all I have to do is pick it up and play. My electric guitar, I have it plugged in already to the amplifier, everything's set up, so all I have to do is turn it on and play. And it doesn't save that much time than having to take it out of the case, plug it in, all that sort of thing. But you would be amazed how much that adds up over time. And also, again, this motivation, how much that reduces your motivation to practice. When you just know there's a little barrier, it's only a small barrier, but it really helps you. So it makes it much less likely to do it in the first place, it might seem usually there. But also, when I do it, I've got that reluctance and I'm having to go through things. So I'm then not really kind of powering on being efficient. So set up everything you can to make your practice space you're going to work on easily within reach, and do that to start with so you can get straight down to it and all your time is spent on practice. Now, the next thing that you can do to make your practice more efficient is see if you can find things to work on that tick more than one box at the same time. So, can you find perhaps passages from a piece that you're working on that are essentially scale runs for a particular scale that you need to work on? So that way, when you're practicing that section of the piece, but also doing that work you might otherwise be doing completely separately on scale. Or is there something that you want to learn that will make a really great warm-up for warming up your technique on the instrument? So that way you're not just warming up on something that has no relevance for you musically, you're also memorizing something that you want to know later. Or maybe you're using it as a chance to work on how you would phrase that thing that you already know, but it's also acting as a warm-up. So what we're doing here is see how many different ways, how many different times you can get value out of the music that you're working on. And the bonus from doing this, it really does force you to think about, well, what are my goals for practice? Because unless you're clear on what your goals are, you can't really tell which things you can use to make multiple steps at once towards your goals. So A, it's helping you be more efficient because you're getting 2 or 3 or 4 results out of one thing that you're working on, but at the same time it's helping you stay connected to what you're doing. So that's really good. Now, the final tip is to set timers for the topics you're going to work on and make them a little bit too short for what you want to achieve in the time. And what this is going to do is it's going to put you in that state of knowing that if you want to get anywhere near achieving what you'd like to, you're going to have to practice really efficiently. When there's huge amounts of time available, we can switch off, we can relax and just kind of coast our way through it. And this is something that gets referred to as Parkinson's law. Basically,